Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is a Let's Make video, and what we're making today is we're making some Valentine cards. And we are still focused on super flat cards, ones that go through the mail really easy. And these, I think, do the trick. They are less than a quarter of an inch thick. They're a standard 5x7 size, fit in a standard envelope. And I think the most you might have to do is put a little thin piece of cardstock over the top of your card because of the gems that are on this, in order to keep it a really smooth surface when it's in the envelope. And then at most it might cost you 90 cents to ship this. Probably because of weight, the thickness, the actually stoutness of the cardstock, and all the things that you're actually layering up on these cards. But it won't be more than $1. It should just cost you, because all these items that I'm actually using are like super thick, really sturdy cardstocks, and embellishments. There's quite a few layers on this. Even though it's super thin and it's way less than a quarter of an inch, the weight of the paper actually adds up pretty quickly when you start to just really get a ton of layers on there. And because this is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of paper, 7 layers of Anna in one dimension. See if we can do it again. But once you get that much cardstock stacked up, there's no getting around the fact that what it weighs is over an ounce. The probability of it weighing over an ounce is pretty great. And so thus you're going to have to go up to the next level. So instead of the 66-cent stamp, you would have to go at the 90-cent rate. So less than $1, but I think for something handmade, and you can totally get your crafty therapy on, 90 cents is a small price to pay to ship some love to somebody and brighten their day. I think totally worth it. So yeah, so we did a couple of techniques on these cards. I watched a Gina K and Jennifer McGuire collab. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. They did embossing folder techniques, and so I did a couple of my own. This is one that Gina K did, and it's like this faux burned wood technique. I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. We might end up doing this technique today. And then this technique here is just your running your cardstock through an embossing folder and then rubbing some wax over the top of it. I did black cardstock and did vintage gold wax over the top of that to give it a little bit of shimmer and contrast to all the other layers on the card. And I think it just came out super fun. And these two embossing folders that I used were the Climbing Rose on this one and the Harlequin on this one here, and they're beautiful embossing folders. So then we have the Cardcentric Compendium dies for the first layer. We have a Valentine card topper on top of that, and then we have some super fun border dies, and those are the really cool border dies. They're border dies. That's what they are. They are 3D decorative border dies. This is a fabulous set. Comes with several varieties of borders that are absolutely gorgeous. Like, right, you could cut them apart. You could use them together. So yeah, totally cool. And really nice with the embossing detail you get in those. And so then the other thing I used on these cards was also some bow dies. I love the bow dies. I love layering them up to get this really cool effect with the shadow, with the color. And then popped a few gems on. The gems are from Stamps of Life. I love her gems because they have this like beautiful gold iridescent shimmer over the top of a color, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Like, these look red, depending on how they're tilted in the light. And then when you're looking at them, they get that like beautiful holography gold. I just love that. But yeah, so this is the other one. And then we have a vintage Valentine card topper. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Vintage Valentine card topper that I added as well. Manipulated them a little bit to this one, did I? No, this one I manipulated for sure. I had to trim it down But nonetheless, that's what they are. And then, oh yeah, and then change the sentiment on this one with a mini sentiment sticker, and just used an 1.25 inch circle punch to do a little gold layer to make that look really fun. And yeah, so how pretty is that? And super cheery. And there again, super flatty flat flat. Flat flat flatty flat. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to make another one, but instead of going red and black or brown and red, I'm going to go pink. I'm going to make a pink one because why not, right? Pink is beautiful. So let me put these aside really quick. And these other things I'm not going to use. We might do the embossing folders though. Actually, yeah, we were going to do an embossing folder. So I've already actually cut out a card base. This is Anna Griffin's Ivory cardstock. I did 10 by 7 on the 10 side, scored at 5, folded, burnished, or creased the edge to give me my gorgeous little card base here. Pulled out of the Perfect Petal cardstock pack all the pink ones. Right? And then if you flip them over, boom, more colors on the back. The reason I got all these colors out was because I would like to use some more vintage card toppers, but I got an idea. I have an idea. I want to see if we can make it come about. So here we have, this is what I want to use. The Heart Kirigami dies. I'm pretty sure HSN or Anna's website, you should be able to pick these up. If not yet, you will soon. These are your inspirations here. Super fun. There's a large one and a tiny one. Isn't that great? And I would like to use both of those. The fun thing about these dies is you don't actually have to use their layering. You can Kirigami anything with a heart. If you wanted just a heart-shaped Kirigami in it, you can plunk that thing on anything, and it would do that shape. So, yeah, very cool. And that's what we're going to do today, is use a different one. Different heart. We're going to actually pair this one, the Kirigami portion-ish, with the Enchanted 3D Concentric dies. I know, these should say, like, Enchanted Heart. I always forget these are a heart. Like, Enchanted Heart 3D Concentric dies, because I never know what those are. I think they're like a border or, like, just a layering die. But they're actually this beautiful set of hearts. And this is what we're going to Kirigami, are these layers here, which I think are just beautiful. You got to take a look at these examples. They're absolutely beautiful. So here we go right here. Gorgeous, right? And then on the back of all of these little example sheets, you generally get the instructions on how to use the dies to cut and emboss in your Empress machine. So that's on the back, that little bit of information. And so that is the plan. We're going to use this. I pulled out a couple other things out of my stash, which were the 3D butterfly dies, the Everyday Sentiment impression dies, the lace edge cut and emboss dies, and these are beautiful. Look at those, right? So I thought if I needed a gold but with a colored strip, I could cut this one out and then layer a piece down the center, and thought that'd be really beautiful. And there's actually a couple sets in this pack. I don't know how many. I just pulled them out and said, yeah, that looks pretty. Oh, wow, there's actually all kinds of. Look at that one. I didn't even realize I was in there. Well, alrighty. Well, we might use this one then. I didn't even know these were in there. How pretty, right? And they both have layerings. Look, intricate and layering. How beautiful, right? Here, let's see what these... I never actually even looked at this. I just saw the border and was like, yeah, done. I'll pick that one. Oh, but look at what it does. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look how pretty. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, and then that one and that one. Oh, those are gorgeous. Wow, how beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I'll take them. Pick me. I'll take 3. Okay, so we'll take those. So let's pop these on the front now, because we want to, that's the one we want to use. That is gorgeous. Prettier than I thought it was going to be. Might have to do that one in some, like, foil or something. Because I did get the pink foil out and some more cardstocks. To try to, like, if I needed to make up the difference in the pinks and stuff, if it just wasn't enough contrast. I also got gold matte foil And then I also got these Cardcentric Compendium dies, this set here. And I'm probably going to end up using a rectangle for my gold matte layer, like I did on the other two cards. These are what they look like, and there's actually 4 designs. So there's this one here, and then this one here. These are all your examples, and then like the other ones, instructions. And there is 2 card bases, and this one is smaller. This one's the 5x7, and then I don't remember what the size of this one is. It's like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess. It's smaller. There you go there. But they are worth it because I use these actually quite often. They're fantastic layers, and if you scrapbook, oh my goodness, you will love these for scrapbooking. They give you so many options for different photo patterns and stuff to layer your photos on, and they're just beautiful. So I would recommend them for that, not just cards. So I got those out, and so yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this grandiose idea. So basically, I think what I'd like to do is, I'm going to cut out a gold layer. Yeah, let's actually talk this through, okay? Let me tell you what I'm thinking. All right, just let me explain it, and then you'll see where I'm going, and then maybe you'll jump on board, or maybe you gotta see it all together, right? Sometimes that's necessary, just to let me see what it is, and then I'll follow you, right? So I'm thinking gold. I'm thinking another layer on top of this with the embossing folder technique. Then, here we go, guys. This is where the fun happens, okay? What I'm thinking is I'm going to take these dies right here, and I want to layer in some pinks or some foils, depending on what we end up doing. I want to take some card toppers. This is going to be kind of fun. I've picked it out. I picked out a couple. 2 of them. I'm going to use 2 of them. And what I'd like to do is, I was thinking about this, okay? I've already been thinking, okay? What I want to do is, I want to layer each of these on top of, so I'll have a gold panel, then I'll have my embossing panel, and then I want to layer this on top. I want to then take a sentiment from the Everyday Impressions, and I want to pop on here, with love. I'm going to replace Be My Valentine with love. So this is going to be like this on top of a gold, like that. So then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this, I'm going to Kirigami the large heart out of the middle of this, of whatever we cut that heart out of. And so when you pull this up, so when you pull this heart up, it's going to say, it's going to have the beautiful picture and say with love. Like, right? But wait, there's more. So then what I want to do is, wait for it, go with me. I know, where's the room? Don't worry, there's tons of space left. So now what I want to do is, I want to cut this. I want to cut this one out with this for my sister. I'm going to take this and cut this out. And it says for my sister, and I'm going to layer this on top of this one. And I'm going to use the small Kirigami in this one. In whatever we cut this out of, right? So this is going to be glued on the back of this with a layer, right? And then this layer here that we're cutting this out, we're Kirigami, we're going to take and we're going to get a butterfly die, and we're going to use, where's the butterflies at, guys? I think I lost it. Oh, here we go. We're going to use a butterfly as the pull mechanism. So I'm going to use this one here because it looks the funnest. It looks like the happiest butterfly. So I'm going to use that one. So this is, we're going to bend up the little wings. We're going to attach it with probably a little piece of ribbon. And so this pull mechanism is going to be, so these are going to be layered on top of each other like this. So you're going to pull with the butterfly, and it's going to pull up that Kirigami, and you're going to see For My Sister. And I'm also going to add another sentiment. And there's one in here that says sending hugs. So I'm going to put it there. It's going to say sending hugs for my sister. You're going to pull this up in Kirigami. You'll see that. Then you'll keep pulling that up. And this heart will Kirigami up. So sending hugs for my sister with love. And that'll be the one that's on the inside. Won't that be super fun? Right. I think that's going to be pretty nifty. And I think we can do it. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And I think we can do it. So there's a lot to do here. So we probably got to plug along and get started, huh? Yeah. So I think that's the idea. What do you guys think? Think it'll work? I think it'll work. I think we got this. Look how pretty that is, though, right? Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, but let's get after it. So gold on this. And I'm going to cut out a 4x6 panel. 4x6 panel. 3 7/8 by 5 7/8 panel. That's what I'm going to cut out. And we're going to do that embossing technique on it. So hang on, let me get the panel, let me cut this layer out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up cutting out 2 because I'm not sure what I want to do. So I have 2 3 7/8 by 5 7/8 pieces. So the next thing you want to do to get that faux look is you want to get your scoreboard and you want to score every 1/2 inch vertically. So your line's going down. And I'm going to do that on both of these panels. And then after you do that, what you want to do is you want to run a color of ink. A color of ink over the top of them. And that is going to give it like a wood distressed look. Now, granted, these are not your typical wood colors. So you're not really going to get like a faux burned look. But I think it's still going to be a really fun technique nonetheless. So let's go ahead and start with the white and do the pink colors first. And then we'll go ahead and... So I've got some scratch paper. Oh, I already had some. I've got some scratch paper. And you need a dark and a light. You need a dark and a light color. A dark and a light color for this. And I think what I'm going to do is you want to start with your lightest color. So I'm going to go, I've got this, my favorite thing's Princess Pink. And you're just going to lightly go over your cardstock panel. And basically what this is doing is like putting the faux lines of your like wood, like it's like slat or something like that. Your wood slats. It's like defining the wood slats of your wood. So we have pink wood slats. Which, and you know, depending on where you live, like, I don't know, Barbie's world, you would probably have pink slats. Oh, that's Buddy. Buddy wants in. And it's okay if you have like dark and light spots. That's like really good because wood doesn't just have like one solid color. So like, right, that looks pretty good. So I think so then what I'm going to do for this one here is I think I'm going to take the so this is candy, but I'm going to do cherry. Stamps of Life cherry. Yeah, I'm going to do cherry on this pink cardstock. And I'm going to do this a little bit different because I'm actually going to go over... Oh, no, it looked better with the white over the top. So, yeah, you do still want to go the lightest. Okay, guys, this is where it's going to get a little precarious because I think I'm actually going to have to dry this first before I can actually do the next step. So this is actually looking more like a faux wood, actually, huh? Let's flip it. You don't need too much ink. Like that. And you want it to look streaky. So you just want to use a little bit of like light pressure. And this is a pigment ink, and pigment inks always take a little bit longer to dry than other inks. So I'm going to go use my heat tool and see if I can set this, and then we'll run these through the embossing folder, and then I'll show you what we do after that. Hold on. Okay, so there we go. I added a little bit more pink to this one because it wasn't dark enough, I didn't think. But this one, it is almost dry for the most part. So I was going to start on this one first to see what, like what that one's going to look like. So what you want to do now is after you get your lines and then your first layer of ink, you're going to run it through your embossing folder. And so I thought, I don't know, these are both. Let's go with the heart harlequin because, I mean, we are doing hearts. Mine as well, right? Go ahead and plunk this in here, and we're going to run it through our, I'm going to run it through my little texture boutique because, it's like quick and quiet. It actually doesn't take that long. I got, my mom got this for me for like $15 on clearance at Hobby Lobby. And this thing is the handiest deal. And it's because you don't have to like dink around with plates and all this kind of stuff. It's just two things, and a shim. And it works like every time. You don't, with the regular embossing folders. Look at that. See? Okay, so we got our lines in there still, right? Still kind of looks like a little bit of paneling there. And now what you want to do, we're still going to let that other one dry for a bit. So we're just going to come over here and we're going to add our second color. And we're going to see what that looks like. But hold on, I want to do it with, I don't want it to be janky. I think it's cherry still. Yeah, we're still going to add cherry. So then you're just going to take your embossing pad, or your ink pad, and you're just going to go over the top of that. And it enhances. Look, and it looks like the lines from like the wood, the faux slats are still in there. Isn't that fun? Oh, that is cool. And you just keep doing this as, however dark you want it, you just keep going over it. Now, you could mix colors here if you so desired to do that. Like I could take this color and go over the top of that, but maybe I'll just give it a little tiny bit of try. Yeah, oh, that's cool. That's totally cool. Yeah, that's pretty fun, right? Okay, and then what we want to do is, I think what I'm going to do on the top of this one is, I think I'm going to do some, well, let's look at it. Oh, right? Isn't that beautiful? That is pretty fun with that faux wood technique there. I think that's actually super pretty. I wonder if it would ruin it if I put gilding wax on it. Some Stemperio gilding wax. Well, you know what? We're covering up the middle, so let's just try a little bit in the center of it. And I'm going to get some of this vintage gold. Here. It's Art Alchemy's metallic wax in vintage gold. And we'll just try it in the center. Because we're covering up. Gosh, that's beautiful. We're covering that part up anyhow. And so I'm just going to run a little bit over and see what that looks like. I don't know if that's doing anything. No, I think that's too dark. It's too antique-y. We need to keep it bright. Okay, well, hey, you don't know unless you try, right? Yeah, no, that's too much. We're not doing that. Okay, so glad I didn't start at the corner. So if we end up using this, we're having a heart over the top of that anyhow. So not that big of a deal, but look how pretty that is. So pretty. Okay, now let's see if we can see what the other one looks like. I don't know, we might keep that one. That's gorgeous. Let's see, can I do... Oh, it's still wet. I wonder if that will add, though, to the funness of it. It might ruin my ink pad. It might, and it might not. I think let's give it a try. let's go ahead and see what the rose one looks like. Let's go ahead and see what the rose one looks like. And what this one, how this one does for embossing that. Oh, I hope I'm not ruining my... I think I put this in the white pigment ink. That's okay. Everything will be fine. I was trying to think what to cut out. I think I might cut foil out for the Kirigami portion. I think I might do that. But here, let's see what this looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, that's beautiful. That is really pretty. Let's get that. I think it's candy. Yes. No, it's not. It's cherry. It's Dance of Life cherry. This is probably... I already tried it on some that wasn't dry. And it might... Oh, right. Look how pretty that is. Oh, that's stinking fun. And then you get the differences of the dark depending on how much white is on there. Oh, that's actually really pretty too. Oh, what are we going to do now? Shoot. What are we going to do now? Oh, boy. That's two different looks, isn't it? Wow. And that's actually really cool. I need one more dark color. I wonder if I go over with candy, if that'll give me the darkness. Oh, no, I'm ruining 2 ink pads. Oh, shoot. Whoops. All right, let's see if we can fix this. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, it is what it is, right? Yeah, good enough. All right, we'll let that one dry. Let's see, what do we like better, though? Oh, gosh, that's gorgeous. I don't know. What do you guys like better? This one? I love the cracked paper there, where it got darker with the ink, and then you have the lightness. I don't know, but this one's absolutely beautiful, too. Well, I think we're just going to have to wing it and see what everything else looks like piled on top of it, honestly. So now let's see what we want to do with... Oh, yeah, but actually, no. That's right. This is going on top of it. So what do we like? Oh, is that pretty or what? Oh, that's gorgeous. Or this one, what pops the most? Oh, I think this one pops. Oh, we're so doing that one. Okay, out with that, in with this. That pops better, doesn't it? I think that pops way better. Okay, so let's see what it looks like with the Kirigami die in a pink. What pink do we use, though? This one? Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's bright. Wowza. Use some of this, like, rose gold, maybe, is what this is, probably. What do we think about some? Oh, it doesn't go with my other gold, though. And we don't want purple. I think... That is a pretty fun pink, though, huh? Or this one. This one probably goes better. You know what, though? Let's try it. Let's try both. Let me cut it out in both and Kirigami both. Yeah, let's just try both. So this is going to be the large one. This is going to be the large. I'll cut the large out. And then I'll just plunk this down. Once I get it cut out, I'll plunk this down in the center because it's not going to go like that. And I'll, but you want all the detail. It's going to squish this out. So actually, what if I do this? Oh, actually, it's a lie. That was a lie. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to place this one down to where I can still cut this out around it. So I'm going to Kirigami first, then pop this on top of the Kirigami portion, and then cut that out. So let me do this, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'll plunk the other one down, and then you guys can see. Hold on. Okay, so got that Kirigami'd. Okay, and that's what that looks like. And so now we're going to cut this out. We're going to cut... I think, let's see, hopefully that's lined up straight there. And hopefully, I think that looks straight. Don't you guys? Do you guys think that looks straight? And I think we're on our whitest portion. So I'm going to try that and see what happens with that. Hold on. All right, let's see what happened. Ah, right? That's pretty fun. Okay, so... All right, where's the... This is the Kirigami piece. This is what pulls up. All this... Doesn't this all pull up? Doesn't this pull up? Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Have to get it all like popped out, I guess. To where you can actually see what's underneath. There we go. I'm just using my fingers on the back and like helping push it up. Like push it. You just have to help it like do what it's supposed to do is all. Oh, look how pretty though. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, look how pretty that is. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Possibly, right? So here. Oh my goodness, right? That's going to be so fun. So then you're going to do like this, and you're going to see, yeah, you're going to see with love in there is the idea on this one. So it's going to pull up like that. So then maybe we do that one, because that's actually really pretty like that. So maybe on this one, we do gold. On the small one, we do gold or this lighter pink. What do we think about the lighter pink on top of that? Or should we do the gold? Let's try it in gold, because I think the gold would pop more. So let me do the same thing. I'm going to plunk this down to where this will still cut out. So I'm going to do this like this. Oh, these will go together. No, I'm going to do these together. I'm going to do just like that. So actually, let me cut a piece out. Like that. And then run that through. And the other thing is I need the gold for this. Oh, here. And let's see. We're going to pop this in here. Oh, okay. So pink. We'll do a gold. So let me do gold in these. Let me get some gold. I'll plunk that down, and then we'll cut it all out. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. Oh, with love. Oh, look how pretty that is. And that is actually going to go here instead. I'm going to do like that instead. And that is actually what we're going to glue this down around this. And when you pull this up, that's what you're going to see is with love. Oh, that'll be so pretty. And then this is going to be my pulling mechanism, is actually this butterfly. So let's see. Yeah, because, oh, I was supposed to cut this out as well with the heart. With this heart too. But let's see what this looks like. Oh, look how beautiful. So just using my finger and pushing it, how it needs to come up. Like that. Wonder, what can you can still see some stuff in there. Yeah, you can see some stuff. I don't know as if I'm going to get everything I thought I was going to get in this one. Oh, for my sister, though, right? For my sister. Oh, can you even see that? Yeah, okay, you can read that, for my sister. So when you pull it up with the butterfly, we're going to... Oh, yeah, look how pretty that is. That's going to be the pull mechanism. So I'm going to cut another one to layer on the back of this. So when the wings are up, it's all gold. And so then you're going to pull it up like that. And see, for my sister, and then it will keep pulling up. So I need another layering. So I need to cut... Oh, this is going to be my layering. So let me cut this out. Let me cut this out like this. And I'm gonna need a piece. Because this, let's see. Yeah, this is actually gonna glue right to that edge. So if I do it like this will be centered like this. And then this edge will actually cover up that gap. So you're not even going to see that. But I still need something for this whole thing to layer on. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is... Oh, bummer. Hey, get back here. I think I'm going to cut out another one of these. So I'm going to cut this out and a butterfly and an ivory, just a plain ivory one, so it's nice and clean on the back as well. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Oh my, look, it's coming together. Okay, so this is going to be my pull mechanism, and I've got the one for the back. We're actually going to cut this in half and then adhere something to it, but it's going to go like this. So like, right, isn't that just a pretty combo? We're going to trim this off here and here, and this, when this pulls up, is going to reveal four for my sister, like that. I couldn't get the sending hugs, but that's okay. It's gonna reveal that. It's gonna say for my sister, and then keep pulling up. Whoops. Keep pulling up, and then it'll say in here, it'll say, and then it'll say with love in there. And it'll all be like a really fun, like that, like a double Kirigami heart. That'll be a hoot, right? Oh my goodness. So let's just start adhering all this stuff down, because it's getting a little bit crazy. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some score tape because it's quicker. And yeah, with Christmas approaching very rapidly, quickness is good. So here we go. This is the Sook Wang score tape. This stuff is phenomenal. I love it. It works amazing. For me, it works delightfully. And so we're just going to go ahead and put the gold mat on. This is the largest of the card-centric rectangle ones. So here we go. Centering it up on my ivory card base here. Hopefully that's straight. Hopefully. And I'm not going for dimension at all. I'm hoping that this is going to be a flat card for the most part. Even with the pull-up mechanism, I'm hoping that it's all less than 1/4 of an inch. And the only thing I have to worry about on this is actually the weight. And hopefully it's under 2 ounces, which means it'll go at the 90-cent rate. That is what I'm hoping for. So lining this up in the center of this, like you would a picture or something. That's not really center, but it works, right? Okay, so now, oh, I should have added this and then cut that off first. Shoot. That's okay. We got this. We can do this. So what we want to do, though, is we want to pop this on here. So let's go ahead and adhere this to the center. And anytime you use like this type of stuff, you want to burnish the score tape down really well. So I'm actually just going to center this up in here, making it look as nice and lovely as I can. And then what I want to do is I want to figure out where my heart is going to live and proceed from there. So I think this is going to actually come up here like this. And this is actually going to live up here like a so. And this is all going to... Let's see what that looks like. What if we're here? No, I don't want that up. Huh. I really want this to live like this. So let's see what that looks like. With love, you can still see that. And I think that's really pretty. Oh yeah, with love, right? So then, yeah, I think let's go ahead and let this one live here. So I don't think my with love is on straight. I think I need to move it. We like to move it. Is that? Okay, I think that's probably better. Okay, so now let's let this live wherever. No, it's not still. All right, we're just gonna have to wing it. Let's just let it ride. Okay, where does this go? Here? Nope, nope, nope. It goes up because we want to cover up as much at the top as we possibly can. Like this. So I think let's just let this bottom layer here live here. I'm going to let that one live there. And I wonder if we need a gold layer under there to make this pop out, this stand out a little. I bet it could use a gold layer. I think we could put a border right there. Let's see, what does this look like? To kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz. Okay, I like, that doesn't look bad up there, but this one is still too long. So I'm just gonna, there. Oh, that looks better. Okay, but what about a border under this? I think let's put a gold border. Let's use a lace border under that and see what it looks like. Let me cut that out. That one I showed you. You remember the one? Oh, lace edge cut and emboss. Yeah, this one. I'm gonna cut that. Let's see if that's what I'm gonna cut out in gold. I might have to use those other ones. But this one was so pretty. This one was like really pretty. All right, how do we feel about? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe this will be beautiful. What do we think about that? Oh, you still see that. Gold it is. I'll be right back. Okay, got it. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? That is a gorgeous dye, right? Just lovely. Love it. Okay, so we're going to layer this onto here. Like so. Oh, yeah, that adds quite a lot, doesn't it? It doesn't show up too much of it, but it actually adds quite a lot. So let's go ahead and adhere that down. Gosh, that's so pretty. Let's see. Let's get some Morse core tape. So I'm just going to go down the center of it. Oops. And on the back as well. And it's just paper. We don't need a bunch. We're not, building a Brooklyn Bridge or anything. Nobody's lives are at stake here. Let's see. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. Don't do it. Okay, wait. I know. Hold on. I gotta get this. I gotta get the front on first, so then I'll know if I'm copacetic with this layer here, because this still has to chime in and be happy. So we're just gonna do a little bit of something like so. Hey-ya! Alright, I like it. Now we're gonna adhere this to the top of here, hoping for the best. Right? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. And look at what that technique we did. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Now, bam, this gorgeous pop of beautiful, bright, and shiny pink. I love it right here. I think I just want to do it right here. I want to pop this here is what I want to do. I think that looks amazing. But wait, we want to see if, okay, hold on. Wait, we're premature here. Hold on, wait. So what we need to do now is we need to adhere these 3 pieces together, actually, is what we actually have to do first. But even before that, actually, we just need to adhere these 2 first. And the reason we're doing that is I'm going to get the 1/8 inch score tape out. Because it's thinner, obviously. But the first thing we actually have to do is we actually have to put the pull mechanism on that. We've got to configure that. Let's see. There we go. Since we're layering this, it worked out really good that we didn't have to have this whole thing cut out, the whole heart. You just had to be able to hide it with the Kirigami. die. So that worked out really good. So just a little bit more. There we go. Like so. And this is amazing. You guys ever wonder what Anna Griffin's doing? I wonder if I texted her if she would come to a card making party. Or a cookie baking. She just did that cookie bake off with all her coworkers. Or employees, rather. I guess she is the owner. She did that bake off. I wonder if she would come to another Christmas cookie party. Wouldn't that be a hoot if Anna Griffin showed up at your cookie baking party? Oh my heavens. Wouldn't you have kittens? I would totally have kittens. Okay, so now what we want to do, so we can see our fun little message underneath. For my sister, we want to attach that butterfly mechanism. So what I've been thinking about this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my layering one. This one is going to go on the back of this fun little butterfly. I'm actually going to cut the bottom one in half. And the reason I'm doing that is because what I'd like to do is underneath these two, underneath these two layers here, we're going to adhere a piece of ribbon on both sides, like a loop of ribbon on both sides of this, so it's nice and sturdy. We're going to thread it through the bottom of this heart. I think I'm going to see if I can get my, what could I put in there? I've got a big We Are Memory Keeper, punch, and I might actually do that in the center of this. And let me get some ribbon and stuff. I'll be right back. And my hot glue gun on. Hold on. Okay, so I've got it's actually a crocodile. It's like the giant one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick this in here and line it up with the hole puncher and make that hole bigger. And I'm doing that so that way I could thread. I've got this fun ribbon, but it's got actually a string in it. And I want to thread this through as a loop in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hot glue it to the back. This is the back of my butterfly. See right here? The back of that, the butterfly, it's going to be up like that. Well, I'm going to glue, and this is way too long. Actually what I should do is I should hot glue it in here. So I'm actually threading it in here. I've got a piece of it folded in half, probably about 4 inches of it. I'm actually going to thread this in here. And I think, honestly, what I'd like to do is just hot glue this. See, it really needs to be 2 pieces. And I think this string is just going to make it complicated. So I'm actually going to pull that out, and I'm just going to use the flat little 1/4 inch ribbon. And I think I'm going to cut this in 2 links that are about, yay big. They're probably about 1.5 inches long. I'm going to cut it to where it's 2 pieces. So like that. And then I'm going to hot glue this. So let's thread these through like this. And I think I'm just going to hot glue these like to each side on the back of here. Yeah, so they stick really good. So I'm just going to hot glue those 2 pieces onto the back of there. So I'm going to get my little silicone tool to help press it down, and I'm just going to put hot glue on the back of that. Oh, but don't, party foul. Okay, thread these back through. Push these back through. Okay, there we go. And okay, they're like up on each side, and I want them to go each way. I don't want them going the same way. And the reason for that is because I want them to be flat. And so I'm just holding it down with the silicone tool until it actually dries. And I'm going to cut the excess ribbon off that's not in the hot glue. See, like that? I'm going to cut the excess off. I just really wanted this to be on here very sturdy. And that's why I'm doing it this way. It seems like that's going to be the stoutest and the flattest, because we are actually going for flat. So now what I want to do is I want to take and I want to adhere my butterfly. Actually, I want to adhere these on the back of the butterfly. I'm pretty sure I want to adhere these on the back of the butterfly. So let's go ahead and line this up in the center like this. And we're going to put a bead of... So we're going to open these up like this. And we're going to put a bead of hot glue down like this. And then hold up the butterfly. No, actually what we could do is just put a bead of hot glue right there. Hold on. We're going to put a bead of hot glue there. Put this in the center. Oh. You need to do it on on a surface that is nonstick so you can pull it up. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, look at, yeah. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and trim these off to where they're inside behind the butterfly still. Like so. And then we're going to go ahead and adhere the backside pieces. We're going to go ahead and put these on each side where they go. So glue this one. Oh, that's not going to work. So what should I do there? Aww. Can I trim it down? What if I trim it down? Will it work if I trim it down? Oh, it works perfect if I trim it down. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to trim it down and we're going to hot glue this to the back of there with the ribbon in between. So I'm going to put a bead of glue here. Not too much though. You A, don't want it to ooze out, and B, you don't want bulk. So working quickly, we're going to line that up. See, look how cool. Oh yeah, that worked great. And now the back of the butterfly is decorated, right? So now we're going to do this side. Where's, you guys, oh, right there. Good job, guys. Way to go. Dun, 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 dun. We're like a little card MacGyver. Dun, dun, dun. We totally need Taylor Swift to get us our own card making music, right? We need her to like get us some beats. Taylor, where are you? We need our own theme song. You think she would make us our own theme song? That would be a hoot, huh? What if you had your own theme song? Wouldn't that be fun? You'd be going around bobbing your head all day to your own music. To your own beat. What do you listen to? My theme song. That'd be hilarious. Oh, and then look how pretty that is. Isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness, that is terrific. And now, boom, pull-up mechanism. Oh, nice. And it's nice and clean, and it folds flat, right? It folds like nice and flat. Probably not the flattest, but pretty decent, right? Okay, so we're done with this for a minute. For a, Anna Griffin card, yeah, this is not bad. Let's see. Okay, and now we're going to put adhesive right there on the blank space. No, we're going to put adhesive on the same space with the 1/8 inch like we did on the last one. Like so. Yeah, like that. See? All the way around the little heart edge. Whee! Oh yeah, aren't these just great? I love these Kirigamis. Do you guys like the Kirigamis too? And their hearts, like, right? So pretty. I gotta try. John wants me to make Berliner crowns like his mom did. Which are really not actually the cookie that they originally were. She had lived in baking just like I do in card making. She very rarely followed her own recipes. She just like eyeballed everything. And they always came out really good, but when you'd go to get a recipe from her, oh my heavens, it was a nightmare. And it was nothing like, oh, nothing like what hers tasted like at all. It was like, well, I guess you're gonna make those every year. Okay, so now I lined it up on this one. I love the cutouts. Isn't that pretty? Oh, yeah. Now let's get that right on there. Oh, yeah, like so. Right. Oh, and look. Yeah, we gotta burnish that down really nice. Okay, and now, right? Oh, look. Isn't that terrific? That is lovely. For my sister. Okay, and now we're gonna adhere this to this one. But we have to be strategic about this. Oh, I should have. We need to. Actually, we probably need to put a little bit of ribbon on this one. So let's actually go ahead and line this up in the center. Pop a hole in that puppy. And let's go ahead and put some ribbon on that one as well. Because I think we're going to need it on the back of this. And we're going to need something pretty because that's going to be silly with just this on here. With that on there, I think you'll be able to see it. It will look ugly. But I need this to be here. Let's go ahead and turn our glue gun back on. I wonder if it's been off too long. Or if we could get some glue out of it. Here, let's see. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. Got 2 pieces. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some glue. On each side of that hole is where I'm putting the glue. And then I'm going to use my silicone tool to get these where they're supposed to live. And smooth it all down and nice. Awesome. And then we're going to trim them off a little. Like so. Oh, right. Oh my goodness, you could actually use that as your pull-up mechanism, and how adorable is that? But we're not. We need it on the back of this one because this whole thing is going to be our pull-up mechanism. So I got to figure out what can I adhere to this? How can I adhere that to this? Like, do I just put tape on the back of that? What do we do there? Oh, or... Oh, or I wonder if I should have just adhered. Well, but you can't do that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. And then I'm also going to... yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to adhere. I'm going to put glue on both sides of this. This little baby heart on both sides of the ribbon. I'm going to do the same thing like I did before. And glue these down to their sides. And this is actually what's going to hold it. See, the thing is this is slick foil. So it's not going to want to necessarily stay there once you give it a tug. That's why I glued it on the back. And so in actuality, what we're going to then do is put glue on, we're going to put glue on these ribbon pieces and then line this up on the back, or line this up on top of that. That's exactly, and then you won't even see it. And then it should all stick together. Now let's line this up like this. Let's adhere that down like that, right? Isn't that pretty? Okay. Oh, look it. Okay, let's see if it worked. Oh yeah, look. It's a double. Look, isn't that pretty fun? For my sister with love. Oh, come on. That's pretty sweet, right? And look how pretty that looks. Isn't that just gorgeous? And that's going to be on here. Isn't that beautiful? Right? That is so pretty. Okay, so now let's, we're done with the glue gun. Now we really are done with the glue gun. So now let's go ahead and, right, here we go. Get some, this isn't too, it's not too thick, but it's not too flat either. I got this big jumbo score tape. A 1/4 inch size Mama Jamma. She's a biggin. Let's get some 1/8 inch on here as well to finish going around the heart base here. Oh my heavens, isn't this a hoot? You could put all kinds of stuff behind these. I think if you're doing like an announcement, we're getting married or having a baby or something like that, or you were gifting something to somebody, these are so fun. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take the backers off, and then we'll put this beautiful little decoration on the front of our card. And I think we're going to be just about done, because I didn't realize how pretty this is going to turn out. So pretty. Oh, I need to make up something for the inside as well. Oh, but that'll be easy with the dies from this set, because there's that other heart in there. So pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop these on here like so. Oh, maybe I should line it up a little straight, huh? Let's see, what do we think about that? Is that pretty good? I think I like that. That is pretty fun with all the different colors of pink. Right? Isn't that a hoot? That is so fun. And look at that. Isn't that great? Now wait. The magic of, see, for my sister with love. Isn't that terrific? That is pretty fun. And it almost like pops out like one of those little, woo. What are those? People always tell me to use them. How come you never use them? Probably because I don't have any. But, right? Okay, what if she's left-handed? She's not. But for my sister, right? For my sister with love. Oh my goodness, how pretty is that? That is so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I think that is lovely. I'm going to stick. So I think what I want to do on the inside is cut a layering, probably a gold with the pink. No, I'll do a pink. I'm going to do a pink with the, yeah, that is pretty. That came out pretty sweet, didn't it? Might need to add some gems. I think I might add some gems. But let me get something for the inside and I'll show you what I do. Hold on. Ooh, 104. I'll hurry. Okay, here we go. I did a little bit more. It needed a little bit something extra, so I added gems. And, you know, who doesn't love a little sparkle, right? So I used the 3D bow dies, cut it out in ivory, this one out in ivory, and then in gold. Cut that gold one out in half, and then split it, and layered it on each side of the back of the ivory one to give it a little bit of a gold shadow layer. And then hot glued that on, added some pale pink gems around the edges on the outside and around that middle heart, and I think this just turned out just so lovely. So it says, for my sister, with love. And I think, like, isn't that the funnest card, right? And so then on the inside, went ahead and dolled it up with that extra panel we made, and some of that dark pink foil that's on that outside, on the inside, and then a gold butterfly. This is the center die out of that enchanted die set, that enchanted heart die set, and that's where that heart came from. And I thought this just turned out really pretty. And like, right, who wouldn't love to get that? So let's actually see if this, I was gonna put this in an envelope and see if this will, like, if this is flat enough to go through our 1/4 inch. Hang on one second. Okay, so what I have is, I've got a piece of 5x7 pearlescent white cardstock. I'm just going to layer on top of this card here. And I'm going to put it in one of these Anna Griffin envelopes. And 5x7 envelopes. And then see if this will go through our 1/4 inch slot. And so basically this is what it's going to look like. That is pretty thick. I don't think that's going to pass muster, but let's just give it a whirl. You never know. And so, oh, no, this will have to go for an extra amount of postage, because it didn't meet the requirement. And my guess is it's all that layering on top here, and then I added those gems that put it over the top. It might have gone, and the bow is actually sitting on top of the gems, but it was really tight. I don't think it would have gone. So, all right, well, this isn't a flat card, but the other ones are, though. So, like, even because these don't have anywhere near as many layers as this one does. So, like, if you just take, where's that white? Do you guys see the white? Oh, here it is. The white pearlescent. So even with those gems, right? This one, if you just put a piece of cardstock on the top to make it smooth where those gems are, because the envelope is too thin, so you have to add a layer on the top of really thin cardstock over the top of it, the gem portion of it, and then run it through your, to check it. This one goes through really easy, like no problem whatsoever. The only reason it's giving me a fit is because it's not sealed, and but yeah, these go through really nice. So don't follow this one, but if it's for your sister, I mean, seriously, this is worth it, right? I mean, your sister's worth it, right? So, I mean, yeah, I won't mind. That won't bother me sending this to her, and I think she will get a kick out of it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the cards down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed hanging out, and this tutorial and all the fun shenanigans we had together. And let me know which one is your favorite down in the comments. And thank you so much for hanging out. And until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.